The year 2021 is about to wrap up, so let's review some of the big events that have taken place across the North Country this year. On March 26th, a rare tornado touched down east of Middlebury. However, the big story early this year was the quiet winter and resultant drought conditions from nearly 2 years of rainfall deficits. As we transitioned into summer, that began to change course. A severe event unfolded to start summer on June 21st. Then a more significant event with widespread wind damage took place on July 20th, which also included some flooding. The southern half of our forecast area received record July rainfall amounts by month's end. This was then followed by multiple tropical systems and their remnants bringing more rain to the region. After a bit of a breather in September, active weather returned for October with a late season severe event and a soggy Halloween day. A strong frontal system caused an early severe event over the North Country, including one EF1 tornado. The March tornado was quite rare. It was associated with a group of storms that produced damaging winds across central Vermont. It is likely the earliest tornado reported in our records. A few photos were snapped in Middlebury before it touched down just east of town. A spotter had gotten a glimpse of it, but had not believed it considering the time of year. It did considerable structural damage to a home in its path. 2-year rainfall deficits caught up to the region by summer. Drought conditions peaked in early July before remnant tropical systems gave us needed rain later in August. For future references, when drought conditions are taking place across the region, you can report your conditions to the Drought Monitor, which you can find near the bottom of the page. We'd encourage our spotters to submit these kinds of reports as well. This is how drought conditions look now. Much better. As we transitioned into summer, scattered strong to severe storms developed over the region in association with a prefrontal trough, and then the cold front itself. Scattered tree damage occurred from strong gusty winds, in addition to isolated reports of hail. Several reports across central and eastern Vermont were from our spotter network. We always appreciate the info. A significant event unfolded across the North Country on July 20th. A mesoscale convective system swept across the region, propelled by ample moisture and instability. Widespread wind damage occurred with localized flooding and road washouts. A funnel cloud was even reported in Franklin County, New York. We sent a team to investigate, but they found it had never reached the surface. Once we moved to summer, our dry spell was over for the region, and July was one for the record books, at least for the southern half of Vermont. The northernmost fringes of New England struggled to get precipitation, but not so for the rest of the region. Many areas reported 200% of their monthly rainfall for July, with several co-op and cocoa Ross locations reporting near to record-breaking July rainfall. The heavy rain events kept coming in August. A flurry of tropical activity impacted the northeastern U.S. in a roughly 2-week period. For the most part, northern New York and much of Vermont received lighter precipitation, but to our south, widespread flooding took place as a result of this activity. After a break in activity, a late season severe event unfolded as a strong frontal boundary crossed the region in mid-October. A bookend vortex developed in the northern Champlain Valley and traversed much of Route 3 in northern New York. Indications of 70-knot winds along this feature were potentially reaching the surface, confirmed by isolated roof damage. Outside of this feature, other reports of wind damage took place mainly within the Champlain Valley. Finally, the combination of a system over the Great Lakes and a developing coastal storm produced widespread rain across the region. Rain persisted through much of the day, which eventually caused some roads and basements in poor drainage areas to flood. Many places would have received daily record precipitation amounts had it not been for the Halloween storm that occurred in 2019. That's just a quick overview of some of the most impactful events of this year. We'll see what 2022 has in store, but we can be sure of the continued support of our spotters, observers, and partners in providing a more thorough and accurate depiction of what the weather looks like in the North Country. Thanks for your support.